Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review the 2018 version of Papillon. And I haven't seen the original, I haven't read the memoirs that this was based off of, and I saw the trailers and I didn't know what the first movie was about. I just knew Steve McQueen was in it. And I was watching the trailer, I'm like, this is really interesting. And then Papillon came up at the end, I'm like, so that's what that movie's about. And I had one of those moments. But I was pretty interested in seeing this, and honestly, this was something that I really enjoyed, and I thought was a really well done film. Is this like a top film of the year? No, but it was really well done, and Michael Noir, who is the director of this film, really puts together an interesting film that has a very tense and suspenseful and resonant tone to it, and really is like, it really hits you and does a great job of pulling the story together and telling the story. And it is tense and suspenseful throughout. There's particular scenes that really hold you on the edge of your seat. There's a little scene on a boat that's really tense and suspenseful that kept me on the edge of my seat. And the storytelling, I think it's an interesting way of conveying the story, and like, there's some moments of like incorporating like quick flashbacks and stuff like that, and felt very seamless, and points where the character dealing with solitary confinement and kind of losing it and being able to convey those feelings of isolation and losing hold on reality, honestly, were very interesting. And Noir does a really good job of creating those scenes and conveying that. I think Charlie Hunnam, who's on a roll for me, I loved him in The Lost City of Zed, and I think that he does a fantastic job in this film. Carrying this film, he has this bit of swagger and charisma to his character that he's able to convey very well. And then Rami Malek does a fantastic job as Louis, and he's a very different character and conveys things very, very differently. But the dynamic between the two of them is so very interesting that you do feel that connection between these two men. And they are interesting characters, and you want to follow them, and you want to see where this experience on this penal colony really takes them, as this man who's framed for murder, Papillon, who Charlie Hunnam plays, gets sent to this penal colony, and Louis Degas, who's played by Rami Malek, has this money. He's trying to get out of there, and Charlie Hunnam's character winds up protecting him, and they build this bond over years of being in this penal colony. And it's an unbelievable true story. Something like, how the hell did this really happen? How did this man survive like years and years of so much in this prison? And the cinematography done by Hagen Bogdansky, this is beautifully shot, and really there's the landscape shots of this island and them on the ocean. It's really something to have awe over, and looking at this and being really surprised and just taking it all in. And it's so beautiful, and the production design of this whole entire place feels really, really real and tangible, and you feel like you're stuck in there. And just the different designs of the different parts of the prison and stuff like that, all the way up to this like ghost island thing, which is like the ultimate, like, you screwed up, you're here forever kind of thing. And the score by David Buckle is very emotionally resonant and really elevates a lot of scenes, and it really hits you emotionally, whether it's you're supposed to feel that love of friendship developing between these two men, or this just dour outlook on this terrible situation. But there are moments where this film lags a bit. This is a long film. It's 2 hours and 15 minutes. And I'm not going to say that it gets repetitive, but certain scenes do drag on. And there's some moments where it's like, let's move along a little bit. And one thing that really bothers me, I do not like Charlie Hunnam's American accent. And it makes no sense to me why he used it in this film, playing a Frenchman. Like, I understand nobody spoke with a French accent in this, even though they're all supposed to be French. But could you at least use your, like, English accent? And because, like, it feels very artificial, and luckily it didn't take away from his overall performance. I loved his performance, especially his physicality, but it's that accent, it's just like, why? It was a weird choice for me. And like the ending, it feels like one of those tackies, like let's put him a bunch of aging makeup and tack on this little kind of thing at the end. It didn't feel as it didn't feel as emotionally resonant as I thought it would. Like it could have, in like theory, could have been a fantastic way of tying up this film, but this particular way, I don't know if it really fit for me. And like the old makeup was a little distracting on Charlie Hunnam, and honestly, this could have hit a little bit harder at moments, but it still was emotionally resonant and something that this film, I really enjoyed this. I would watch this again. I would probably add this to my collection. If you can, I would go check out Papillon, and I'm definitely going to check out the original. I see a lot of people in reviews comparing it. It's like, it's not the original, so it's not getting a fresh review. That's not fair. If you're just comparing it to another film, just because it's not as good, you're not going to give it a fresh rating. I think this was a really good film. Was it, like I mentioned at the beginning, was this a top film of the year? Probably not. I don't think so. But I think it's one of those really well-made, true story kinds of films that is suspenseful. I feel like this might be for me, the infiltrator of this year. 2 years ago, that like drug cartel movie with Bryan Cranston that was really tense. I really liked it. Not a whole lot of people talked about it. I felt like, and came out in the summer, I feel like this is that movie of this year, where it's like, this is going to stick out to me. I'm going to like rewatching this. It wasn't like top tier film of the year, but it's up there. I would highly suggest checking this out, and thank you as always for checking out your Wasteland Reviewer.